fact, one area that's been really exciting is with our athletic teams where we'll actually work with a lot of our different varsity athletic teams and to help them to understand and to work through their goal-setting process. And we've found this to be a wonderful tool there, too, where the team gets together and we bring the team in and we let's say it's a team of, let's say, 20 players, okay? And also the coaches are part of this process, too. And so with the coaches and the players, and we'll divide them into groups of 4 or 5, and go through the appreciative inquiry process, and then ask them, to think about, what are their strengths, okay? And what have they been most proud to be a member of this team? And if they're a freshman or they're a transfer, they're new to this team, or new to the program, well, where have you felt most proud in another sport or that sport when you're at your other school, okay? Right. And then when have you had your higher moments in this sport or on this team?
Okay, so sports is, Culver has some pretty good athletic teams, so this makes it pretty easy. You're winning a lot. You're going to state championships. It's not very hard to be appreciative in that situation, is it?
No. In fact, when we had our basketball team 2 years ago, actually went to the Indiana Division 3A state championship team. We had a great amount of talent. We have a wonderful head coach. The team really aspired to it.
So you can do appreciative with that.
Yeah, and we started off the whole season with an appreciative approach at the beginning, where we talked about the higher moments and the dream, the next stage of the dream. And some of the kids, the dream was to go all the way. And little did we know early then that we almost did.
But what about when it doesn't work that way? What about teams that are not winning? Can you use it in those circumstances?
Well, yeah, you can use it in that circumstance. And in fact, with last year's team, we had some very interesting things. We hit hard by graduation, and our talent level was significantly lower. In fact, the head coach.
Now, this is basketball again.
This is basketball, and our head coach, boys basketball, and our head coach said that our greatest talent is hard work. So hard work was our talent, not necessarily our shooting, our defense, our rebounding, or anything like that.
So how did you use an appreciative approach, and what did it do for the team in that kind of situation?
Well, we started the season off with kind of looking through the dreams and how do they work as a team and things together. And they had a very, very, very challenging year. In fact, they went 0-23. They did not win a single game.
Wow.
But they stayed with the process. They stayed with this idea of how we work together as a team and that positive core from coaches, coaching staff to the players for the entire season. And they co-constructed a whole season based on that, so that every time they went out there for practice, they made it game-like. They were very competitive with it. Yeah. And they got better and better and better as the season went and almost won one. But at the end of the season, one of the co-captains actually spoke to at one of our all-school assemblies, talking about how exciting this year was because of the ability to not just bounce back, but bounce forward because of adversity.
Yeah.
Many of the players of the team had won a ton of games the year before, and this season was just the opposite.
And yet they were able to learn and grow and actually enjoy the process.
They really
both
did,
ways.
Because both the adult mentors who drive the bus with the team and the players, including the captains, stayed with that process during the year. And so I think many of them came out of that year's with an incredible ability to look at the world a little bit differently.
That's a great story.
As they move on.
Perfect.